Scientists are discovering a new chapter in the evolution of life on Earth. It's like a new Galapagos Island has sprouted in the Pacific Ocean, but this one is made of plastic. The story starts with an earthquake. March 11th, 2011, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake slammed a massive wall of water into coastal Japan. Nearly 20,000 people lost their lives. The tsunami poured millions of tons of debris into the Pacific Ocean. 15 months later, a mysterious floating slab washed up on a beach in the U.S. state of Oregon.
It soon developed very quickly that this dock was from Misawa, Japan, and that was facilitated by the fact there was a large plaque that said, "I'm from Misawa."
That's Jim Carlton, a marine scientist at Williams College. He says the dock had crossed more than 6,000 kilometers of open ocean. It arrived covered with sea life not normally seen beyond the Japanese coast.
We recovered about 120 living species from Japan off that dock that had been drifting for 14 and a half months.
Barnacles, worms, anemones, all on the wrong side of the Pacific Ocean. This is not supposed to happen. To a coastal creature, the open ocean is like a desert. It's harsh, it's barren, there's not much to eat.
Really a very different environment, chemically, biologically, ecologically. The argument would be, don't bother trying to plant redwood trees in the desert. It's just not going to happen. And so I was quite clear that species from the coastal zone that got carried out into the open ocean, it was pretty much a one-way trip because they could simply not survive out there.
And yet, here they were. And the dock was just the beginning. For the last decade, stuff from Japan kept washing up on US beaches, much of it covered with creatures that should not have survived the journey. It's not the first time plants and animals have ridden rafts to new lands. That's how life gets to new volcanic islands, by floating across the ocean on a log or a coconut or something. But scientists realized that something new was happening here. Much of the ocean-crossing debris was made of plastic. And plastic doesn't break down like a log or a coconut would.
It really has been just a fundamental game changer in terms of the potential for species to cross the ocean without their raft dissolving underneath them.
And it doesn't take a tsunami for plastic to end up in the Pacific. Each year, roughly 8 million tons of it wash into the world's oceans. Some of it collects in spots in the oceans where currents and winds converge. The largest is known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, about 80,000 tons of plastic spread out over an area 3 times the size of France.
It's really a mess out there. I mean, everybody that has the experience of being out there is just profoundly moved by how much of our garbage is out there.
Mary Crowley founded the Ocean Voyages Institute. It's one of several groups working to clean up the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Crowley says it's not a solid mass of trash out there.
Most of the time, it's a bunch of garbage here, and then some over here, and then some 50 miles away, and it's really very spread out.
But there's enough of it that scientists wondered if these plastic raft riders from the coast were making themselves at home there. They asked Crowley to collect samples for them on her trips.
We are the eyes and hands on the water.
What they found has the makings of an entirely new ecosystem. They found plastic debris covered with plants and animals that they never would have expected to find in the open ocean, like a kind of sea anemone from coastal Asia.
We found a lot of them. We found a lot of these anemones.
Lindsay Harum studied the plastic passengers. She says these coastal anemones were living alongside and occasionally eating native open ocean creatures that they never would have encountered before.
They're definitely able to take advantage of the situation. So yeah, I love those little guys.
From an ecological perspective, it's really interesting. We're messing things around quite brilliantly.
Isabelle Cote says that all that human trash is not just a new habitat, it's created conditions for those coastal species to evolve into entirely new species.
I think over time we'll probably start seeing divergence from the coastal populations because the pressures that these individuals are under are quite different.
Like Darwin's finches on the Galapagos Islands, the world's garbage patches may give birth to new life forms.
Who knows? I mean, just like you see a lot of speciation on islands, these plastic rafts are essentially little islands, and they're going to be long-term islands because that plastic degrades so slowly.
To be clear, plastic in the oceans is a huge problem. Animals eat it and starve to death. Plastic rafts may carry invasive species to new shores, a problem that already costs billions of dollars every year. And scientists are finding microplastics everywhere on Earth, and we have no idea how they're affecting ecosystems. But life has always found a way to take advantage of new conditions. Who knows what new creatures will rise from the trash humans are leaving behind?
It's going to happen over a longer time scale than I'll be alive for, but I'd love to have a peek 100 years from now and see what happens.
The plastic we created is killing some creatures, but others are making themselves at home on it. Many experts argue that we're living in the Anthropocene, a period where humans are the dominant force on the environment. As with every period in geologic time, Earth will never be the same.